Hi, I'm Tim Humphries, Head of Tax here at RPGCC. We are a full-service firm of accountants. We're roughly 15 partners, just around 90 staff, so just over 100 people in total. We offer a full range of services from compliance, so accounts, audit, tax, also things like corporate finance, financial services, bookkeeping, payroll, the full gamut of services that you may need. In the budget that's coming up later in the year, we don't have a precise date yet, there's going to be potentially a few changes to tax, particularly because Rachel Reeves needs to find a way to plug the black hole following the pension changes. So there could be a few areas where changes may occur, so particularly things like sort of passive income is really where she's going to attack, because she's promised not to attack the working person. So it's more likely to attack passive income. This is going to be things like capital gains tax. So there's been mooted possibility that capital gains tax rates may go up to income tax rates. It's worth noting that they have been at income tax rates in the past, but there were reliefs available for longer term ownership. So encourage people to actually invest. So that system may come back in again. Other things we may look at is the taxation on dividends. So dividends have previously been taxed at lower rates than other income. Perhaps there may be a way to increase the rates on those. They may also introduce, for example, a withholding tax on dividends. We are one of the only countries in Europe and North America that doesn't withhold tax on dividends to non-residents. We are not set up to do so, but we just don't do that. Obviously, the big one that's been mooted is the possibility of a wealth tax. Now, wealth taxes do have their own issues. You'll always hear the story of the proverbial little old lady who bought a house for £5,000 in the 1960s and is now worth millions, and she's only living off a state pension. How is she possibly going to pay a wealth tax? So there'll always be these areas where taxing wealth rather than income is going to cause issues. It's also an area where people will perhaps move their wealth. Fine, if you're going to tax more wealth, it's easier to move than potentially it is easier to move income. So you can move assets overseas in an easier way, or just not, or leave the country. So a wealth tax is possibly not the answer for filling the black hole, but it's likely that other rates are going to go up somewhere.